Hey friends, happy Thursday. We are continuing with lesson 27, session 4. Today we are going to continue reading and making line plots. We're going to use our answers today to solve problems and discuss what that data is showing us. So let's take a look at the first problem.
So we have to finish the example. It says Rachel wants to make a line plot to show the lengths of 6 rooms. Complete Rachel's labeling of the line plot. So we know when we do line plots, we start with the smallest number, which was 6, and then we keep going. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That was our first job.
And she does have a title, room lengths, and she has lengths in what is the unit of measurement?
Meters.
It's different, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go on now to the next. Number 1 says, why is 7 on the line plot when there is no 7 in the data? So if we were going to be making our x's, we would not put an x for 7 because why?
There isn't.
There are no 7. So why did we have to include 7 on the line plot?
Well, we have to include all the numbers in between our shortest number and our longest number. We have to include those whether there is any or not. It's just like in yesterday's example on the 9. There weren't any 9s, so we didn't put any x's. That's the only thing that's going to be different. We're still going to include it on our line plot, but we do not have to put an x on that number.
So we have to include all the numbers between the shortest number and the longest number. Because when you're counting, you don't say 1, 2, 3, 5. You still have to count 4. And that's basically what this is. We're counting on a number line.
Right.
Okay.
So Nate says that the length of the longest room is the one with the most X's over it. Ooh, explain why Nate is wrong. Does it matter how many X's are above it?
Well, let's go ahead. Can we just do this real quick so they can see it? Okay, so we knew that this was 9, 10, and 11. Tell me how many 6s.
So I see 1 6, so 1 X.
Okay.
There's not any 7s. I see 1 8. I see 1 9. I see 2 10s and 1 11.
Okay, so what they're saying in this problem, and I just think it helps to be able to see it. What they're saying in this problem is Nate looks at this line plot and he says, ooh, look, this one has the most, right? Mm-hmm. And he's saying, so therefore, since that one has the most X's, that one is the longest.
Right.
Why is that not right?
Well, it doesn't make sense. Well, the longest is going to be the biggest number. Mm-hmm. And if we look at our line plot, what is the biggest number? It's 11.
The longest room will be the biggest number. Mm-hmm. And that is 11.
Right.
The one with the most X's shows that there are multiple rooms of that size.
Right.
But it isn't the biggest in this problem. Now, could it be possible that there were 3 11s? Mm-hmm. And in that case, it would be true, but not because there were 3 X's, right?
Right. It didn't have anything to do with the X's. All it had to do with which number was the longest or the biggest.
Okay. Number 3, Bo is using straws to make a design. Measure the straws below in centimeters, then make a line plot that shows the lengths of all of Bo's straws. Show your work. Okay, so give me the links there, Miss Walker.
Okay, do you care if we skip around a little bit?
No.
It's going to be easier for me.
Okay.
So A is 3, and C is 3, and G is 3. And the reason I did that is because if you look at those, they're all the same size. So once I knew that A was 3, I could easily go and do the other two even without measuring, right? Now, is it best to just measure them and make sure? Sure it is, but we can do that too. All right, so B, I would say, is 5 centimeters, and so is E, because they're the same. Then I would say D is 4. Oh, D, sorry. D is 4.
I'm sorry. That's my fault.
And then F will be 8. And again, if we were measuring them, it would be easier. But since I'm trying to look and do it, and there are all kinds of different orders, it's just easier for me to do it like that.
All right. So what is our smallest number?
So it looks like our smallest number is 3. And our biggest
number
number is 8. And then we need to fill in between. So 4, 5, 6, and 7.
I'm pretty impressed with my
Nice.
abilities there. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a title. Straw lengths, would that be good? Or
Sure.
what do we want to say? We want to say,
or we could name it, since we know it's bows, we could say bows straws.
oh yeah, I like
Or
that.
straw lengths would work too. Either one of those would have been great.
Straws. And then the length part goes at the bottom, right? We know that. So length in what unit?
And we're measuring in centimeters.
Length, sorry, it's not fun to write with this. In centimeters. Perfect. Okay, so now our table is set up and ready for the data, right?
Yep.
Let's do this. Okay, I see a 3, so I'm gonna put 1x, right?
Yep.
I see a 5, I'm gonna put 1x. I see another 3, I'm gonna put another x. So Mrs. Croft's way. I see a 4, I'm gonna put an x. I see another 5. I see an 8. And oops, sorry about that. Hold on a sec. Okay, and then I see another 3. Oh, look at this one. So this one, we don't have any 6s or 7s, huh?
Yep.
Is that all we have to do?
Sometimes that's how it's going to be. Yep, that's all we have to do.
Okay, good job. Okay, number 4 says, Daquan makes a line plot to show the heights of his basketball teammates. What is the most common height of the teammates? Ooh, so this is different. This is not asking us what is the smallest height or what is the tallest height. It's asking us what is the most common. So now we are looking for the number with the most X's, right? Which number has the most X's?
50.
So we know that the most common height is 50 inches because there are 3 people who are 50 inches and no one else or no other height has that many, right? So the answer is 50.
Yes.
Nadia chose D. How did Nadia get her answer? So she said 53. What do you think she did?
The tallest person on the basketball team instead of the one that had the most X's.
So yeah, that's what she did wrong. She chose the tallest instead of the most common. Okay. All right.
All right, so you have your green pages 659 and 660, and you will use the table for number 1, 2, 3, and 4 to help you. And then on the back, you will again use the table and finish the problem. So this looks pretty easy.
All right. See you later.